good morning, or afternoon, depending on when you are receiving this message. As you already know through communication from Mr. Estes, we will be on all virtual learning for all students the next 2 weeks, and you can see the message he sent with the letter about when that will be reevaluated and how we'll do that. We also won't have small groups next week. However, the high school is hosting what we're calling intercession week next week. And I want to take a minute to just explain to you what that is and why we're choosing to use next week as an intercession week. So intercession is something that is pretty common in colleges. A lot of us have probably taken winter intercession classes. It's kind of to give you a boost into the next semester, get a leg up as we move into the spring and those types of things. For us, we are going to use Intercession Week to intervene with all of our students who are currently struggling in a class. So next week, through our all virtual format, we will be working only with students who are failing courses. So if your student is passing all of their classes, they get a nice another short winter break, which is fantastic for them. It's a nice little unexpected reward for all the hard work they've been doing. If a student is failing a class, we are going to be working with them to intervene and ensure that they pass the second 9 weeks. If your student engages with our intercession week in their classes where they are failing, and they lean in and participate in the activities and do the tasks that the teachers are working today to create, they will pass the second term. It does not matter how poor their grade is for the second term. They may have a 0 right now for the second 9 weeks. If they participate in what we are doing with them next week, they will pass the second term. And I want to, for those of you who have all kids passing, that your students are passing all their classes, and you may wonder why we're doing that for students who are struggling, my best answer is that COVID really does wreak havoc with our kids. It's hard for us as adults, whether we're at work, at home, with extended family, whatever we have going on, but it's really, really tough on kids. And for kids who have struggled with virtual school, it's even tougher. It's just another negative about COVID. And at Hancock County High School, we want all of our kids to have opportunity to succeed. And that means sometimes providing multiple supports, multiple opportunities to make that happen. And so we want to intervene with our students who are failing and give them their very best chance for success. And so we're going to do that next week while we're on all virtual. Here's what you need to know if you have a student who is failing one or more classes. Number one, we will be operating on our virtual schedule, so our classes start later. We know that's good for high school kids. We typically get more of them online with us when we start a little later. We will not have swarm, and I'll be resending the virtual schedule to them with a message about that. We will not have swarm, but we will follow the other schedule the rest of the day. So let's say that your kiddo is failing first period and third period, and that's it. He or she will meet with their teacher first and third period, and they won't have their other classes throughout the day. They'll only be meeting with teachers in the classes where they are failing. And we'll do that Monday through Thursday. And I know some teachers are already kind of setting up a little schedule if they need Friday to get some things done with kids too. This is not really a catch up on all your missing work and submit it. What we are doing is we are looking at the most important skills and standards they need in order to be successful in the third and fourth term. And we are actually creating a curriculum for intervention that will get them ready for third and fourth term. So it's not about missing work and catching up on tests and doing a whole bunch of stuff that's, going to put everybody in a tailspin. It's about getting them ready to be successful. So they're going to be doing that. If they participate, communicate, if they don't have internet, watch the videos later, do the things they're being asked to do, they will pass the second 9 weeks. As far as communication about if your student needs to be participating in the high school's intercession week next week, you will receive communication, and your student will receive communication through a couple of different channels. Infinite Campus is not a good place to go to decide if you think your student needs to be in classes or not. With kids having done work this week and some kids having turned a lot of stuff in that we just can't get in Infinite Campus as quickly as we would like to, that's not going to be as accurate as the other communication channels we use. So what you will want to do is check your student's school email. Have them show you their email. Look in their inbox, look in their trash, look in their junk folder. They will have messages from their teachers about when they need to be online for intercession. Some students are going to be in really small groups, and so they won't meet every single day. They might only be meeting with a teacher for 2 of the 4 days for their intervention. The other place is going to be in Google Classroom. The teachers are going to be posting for students who needs to be logged on when in their Google classrooms. So in addition to checking your student's email with your student, check their Google Classroom with them. Check it today, check it tomorrow, check it on Sunday night, just to double and triple check. Several teachers are going to send emails to parents and students about students who need to be on. Some teachers may call. You may receive messages through Remind. But you need to look for communication from teachers about who needs to be on. I know some teachers do have Infinite Campus fully updated because they've put in a ton of after-school hours this week doing that. And so you may receive a message from a teacher that says check Infinite Campus, and if your student is failing, they need to be online, or your student may receive that. So that's the way we're going to communicate that. If you have questions about that, please email me or contact the high school office first thing Monday morning, and I will help you with that. It is really important that we really encourage our students who are struggling to take advantage of this opportunity. This is a second chance opportunity, meaning that if they do what we're going to do with them next week, they will pass their second term, and that is going to be vital for them in the 3rd and 4th term. So I wanted to get that information out to you today, and also just to let you know that we had a great week right after the new year here at the high school. We had really safe and controlled environment for our kids, and they got to be in really small groups working and learning with their teachers, the ones who were here, and we had really great virtual participation as well, and it was a really positive week, and we're just wanting to continue to make it positive and make school during COVID as positive of an experience for our kids as we can. I know that some of your students may ask you about their exams, midterms, and finals. Tell them not to worry about that. That's just on hold while we do this intervention, and we'll be communicating with them about any of their exams in the week after this next week. So tell them not to worry about that. They will get that information and know what they need to know when we're ready to know it. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and don't forget, if you have questions, please email me or call me first thing Monday morning.